Hi there. Today I'm going to talk about leaving your mistakes in and why that not be such a bad idea. And it's something that we can learn from. So this is in relation to creating on YouTube, for example, and as a new creator or someone that is just picking it up. I think this could potentially for people that are sitting on the sidelines, that are viewing a lot of content, that might be thinking about starting, but they haven't, and it might be because of fear of mistakes, fear of being seen as silly, and hopefully this little video can be helpful for you. So I guess what I mean by mistakes is, obviously, I have problems of not being able to, well, when I reflect on it and look at recordings of myself, I have heaps of clutter words, ums, ahs, pauses, and my mind thinks a lot faster than the way the ideas come out. So this is a good way of me to practice and to get better at this form of presenting. I'm usually quite confident at presenting projects and certain topics, but on some others I'm not very good. So what does this fear of leaving mistakes in create? I suppose it means that we clam up, that we don't talk about topics that we might care about, that we don't share, and it's something that I realize that it happens when you work for a long time. Your social circles close up a bit compared to when you're at university, and you just get on with doing your work, do it to a high level, and you seek rest. Another, I guess, a fear of leaving mistakes in means that we edit our lives. We edit what people see about us. We close up. And I know that when I first started creating these little YouTube videos, that the overly edited versions, because I had so many clutter words, meant that it'd be very choppy. And it's very time consuming. And I feel like I gotta do a few takes, and definitely slows down the process of creating new content. So I suppose some of the benefits of leaving your mistakes in is, and this can be trendy, the trend can come in or come out, it can lead to authenticity. You sharing about the topics as they are developing in your brain, and you being able to articulate and express that to other people. And I hope that, I think humans are generally seeking authenticity. Whenever we see an AI video or AI content, we quickly swipe away, we lose interest, and we're very skeptical about everything that is AI. And I'm hoping that in creation, I'm going the other way and learning about how to express human thoughts without having the need to chuck it into ChatGPT and create a script and rely on it so much. I'm just coming up to Harborside. This is a competition that I worked on, FJC, and one of the ones that we lost. But it's interesting to see the winning scheme and it coming under construction. I might show a few pics of the scheme. It's got a lot of horizontal louvers, and they have a profile that kind of changes along. But it's the similar facade type across quite a lengthy podium, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4-ish buildings for over 100 meters. So back to authenticity. So it can build up this authenticity, and sure, the first videos are gonna look terrible because of the clutter words, because of the stop-start nature of the way that you develop the idea and communicate. But that's part of being authentic, is have those minor mistakes, those minor kind of mental stops. Another benefit of leaving your mistakes in is that it allows you to create content more efficiently. If you're, obviously you can have longer takes, you can feel like once you have an idea for a topic, you can just get out there and film. I haven't really planned this filming, I'm just walking along the edge. I figured that there are a few interesting things along the way, a few competitions that I've worked on and experienced and lost. And it's just something interesting in terms of the location. And I find that for me personally, it's easier for me to just walk and talk rather than to sit in front of a desk and talk that way. I find that I really slow down. So it can lead to more efficiency in terms of the way that you create the content. You kind of, people, yes, my production value is not as good as it could be. I'm still learning many things in that area. I'm learning to edit, I'm learning to fold in and overlay things and B-roll better. But they can all inhibit the production or inhibit creating. And the third benefit is that by doing things more efficiently, you create more content and you got some data to work with. Data is not just numbers, number of views. A new creator can kind of obsess about numbers of views and watch time and that kind of thing. But the views are going to be tiny because when you start, it's going to be a very small audience, if not no audience. And that doesn't matter. What matters is that the new data is actually the videos that you make and the content that you make. And as you make them, you realize whether you like making it or whether you like talking about that content or that topic at all. And so it can be more of like an experiment. And I suppose if I zoom out, YouTube is like an experiment. I guess I'm not sure about other people, many different pathways, but I enjoy and I have a productive career in architecture. I know how to do stuff in photography, know how to do digital marketing, and able to survive off income on that, no problem. I come into YouTube as a way of it, as an experiment, whereas other people might see YouTube as something that leads into a business and something that turns into a business later on. But it's not like that for me. The other thing that leaving your mistakes in can help, and probably leads to, is forcing growth. Growth in your skills in communicating, in presenting, in preparing content, in forming ideas, in many different things. And the growth obviously comes from more reps, and growth comes from seeing your mistakes, my clutter words, and learning to pause, for example, when I want to say and or are, or learning to switch between topics so that it can transition from one to another so that it can complete a full presentation. And I think they're valuable skills that you can apply in the workforce or in relating to other people. And it could probably lead to us being able to talk about things that we really value, that we have been shielding away from, that we've been fearing to talk about. And yes, that might lead to controversial topics, but it can also lead to things that open us up to each other and show what we value. And hopefully that's a good thing for everyone. So if you're a new creator, I hope you can give it a try. If my nerdy architect self can do this, I'm sure that anyone else can. So thanks for watching, and I'll be creating more videos on architecture and related topics and to do with a new creator journey. Okay, thanks, bye.